welcome to or welcome back to the Wilding Astro Tarot YouTube channel. My name is Jade Wilding and it's a pleasure to have you here on my channel for today's pick a card general tarot reading. Today we're going to be asking the tarot who might be thinking and feeling a way about you right now and what are they thinking and feeling. At the moment we are having a lot of romance type astrological transits, which I mentioned in my last video, but right now they're really at their peak. We've just had a Venus Sun Cazimi, so a conjunction between those two transiting planets in Libra, and they're transiting into Scorpio at the moment together. So yeah, there's definitely been a bit of a romance, sensual, sexual kind of energy about life at the moment. So we're gonna really tap into that and see who might have been catching the feels because of everything that's happening astrologically at the moment. In our reading today, we're going to split it into a few parts. So first we're going to find out who's actually thinking and feeling a way about you using our little glass jar full of traits. So we'll get them to describe mostly the person who this reading is talking about. You may find that some of your own traits also come out as well. So whoever comes to mind after we've pulled those, that's who today's reading will be about. Just making sure you're super open and yeah, releasing attachment to any expectation, because there might be someone else who your guides might be wanting you to find some stuff out about today. After that, we will get the general themes of what this person is feeling using our astrology deck, and then we'll go into detailed messages using the tarot in regards to exactly what they're thinking and feeling. Finally, we'll finish off with some oracles that can just give us a bit of a heads up if there's anything you should know right now, anything you should be embodying, any advice that your guides have, or any additional notes that you might need. If at any point the messages are starting to resonate, I would love if you can hit the like button and leave me a comment if you have the capacity to do so. I'd love to hear from you. And the subscribe button is also there if you'd like to stick around for more astrology and tarot content on this channel. This video today is obviously sponsored by my online tarot course launching I was trying to say two things at once. My online tarot course, Unlocking the Wisdom of the Tarot, which launches at the end of the year. So if this video inspires you to learn more about the tarot, you can sign up now for an early bird discount. I still have not been able to fix the automatic discount that's being applied, so it's still 50% off. It will be changing any minute now to 25% off until it launches. So if you get in quick, it will be heavily discounted. But if you do want to know more about the course, I'll link the official announcement video below, but I'll also include a clip at the end of your reading. So if you make it all the way through, that will be there for you to learn more about that as well. But now that all the background and plugs are out of the way, it's time to get into today's video. Okay, Wildings, to get the most out of today's video, you're going to choose whichever pile you're most drawn to, so either pile 1, 2, or 3 to get your messages today. Keep in mind that you might be drawn to more than one pile because your reading might be a mix of two energies, or there may be two separate people that are thinking and feeling a way about you that your guides want you to know about. So just honouring whichever piles you feel drawn to. If you're not immediately drawn to one of the piles, I would suggest pausing the video on the little freeze frame that I'll leave you in a moment, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and then opening your eyes and seeing if after that little reset, you're drawn to a reading. If you are, great. If you're not, then today just might not have a reading for you. So making sure that you're honoring that, and you can always hit the subscribe button and come back again for another reading, because I will do another reading like this in the future, hopefully where you'll be able to get some messages. So really, yeah, honoring that inner wisdom, depending on what you choose or what you feel is right for you. Today's general reading will have multiple interpretations based on who's arriving. So there may be some like newer connections, there may be some older connections, and I'll mostly speak to the dominant energy coming through. And if it does seem very split, I'll speak to both. But if your situation is just not the dominant energy, but you do feel like you're in the right place and the messages are for you, just making sure you're bringing along that intuition, that discernment to slightly alter whatever messages I'm channeling for the general collective to suit your situation. So really honoring that inner wisdom throughout today's reading, and remembering to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because this is a general tarot reading. If at any point you're starting to feel called to get a more personal and specific private reading with me, I'll leave the links to do so below. I offer 3 kinds of readings. You can get a very short, very quick, fast turnaround, single question tarot reading. So if there's something that pops up throughout your life, in today's reading, whatever it may be, and you just have one question that you want clarified, you can always head to my single question tarot reading for a quick tarot reading. All you need to do is make the $50 AUD payment, leave your question and email attached as a note, and I will get back to you. If for whatever reason you forget to leave your question, I will email whichever email is attached to the account that you make your payment from, so don't worry about that. And if you haven't heard from me, you can always send me an Instagram DM, and the link will be there for you to be able to do that. Secondly, I offer combined astrology and tarot readings that are much more detailed. For this reading type, you need to go to the link and fill out a request form. And this request form, it is kind of long, but what it allows you to do is totally customize your reading, build your own reading from the ground up. So you can select what you want left in, what you want left out, and yeah, have a reading that's like really for what you want or need right now. After you submit your request, I will email you back and we'll arrange a invoice and reading from there. And then finally, I offer astrology only readings, and these are also very detailed. It comes with a written astrology reading as well as an interpretation video. So this reading is also very detailed. It's a build your own reading, very similar to the Astro Tarot reading, but it's just focused on astrology. So you go to the astrology link, fill out your details, and then I'll email you about a reading time and an invoice from there. But now that all of the instructions, disclaimers, and plugs are out of the way, it's time to choose a pile, and wherever you end up, either pile 1, 2, or 3, I'll see you there in a moment. Hey there, pile 1. If you chose this pink agate crystal, then this reading is probably for you, but take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We're going to start with finding out exactly who this reading is about. So who has been thinking and feeling a way about pile 1, please? Can you please find out who has been thinking and feeling a way about pile 1, please? Whoop. That was a lot. So pile 1, the person who's been thinking and feeling a way about you has very full lips. They're most likely goal orientated. It might be a little bit disagreeable or hard to get along with at times. They might have hooded eyes, might be a bit curvier in their build, but very thoughtful. Potentially can go with the flow, might be a bit passive. They may have wavy hair. Their eyes may have a roundish shape, maybe a bit more of a doe eye. Maybe extremely clever, so very highly intelligent. They may have a very distinct and or broad nose. Their eyebrows might be a little more straight than they are arched. Face shape might be a bit triangular, might be artistic or in some sort of artistic field. They may have a very open energy about them. May have a straight nose if they don't have a broad nose. They may also have straight hair if they don't have wavy hair. And it's most likely that their hair is going to be brown. So if most of those resonated, at least half of them, then you know you're in the right place. But let's get some messages about exactly what this person has been thinking about. Could we please get the themes of what pile one's person has been thinking about, please? What has pile one's person been thinking about? So part one, what this person has been thinking about is there's a very sexual energy here. They've potentially been imagining some sexual scenarios with you. However, it's not all sexual. The good news is we've also got the earth element coming out. So this is really about building a life with someone a lot of the time. So yes, while they are definitely very attracted to you in a physical way, they're also seemingly attracted to you in a way that they actually want to build something super real with you. And they definitely see this connection as like super secure, stable, abundant. Like they just see a lot of potential here for sure. There may have been a period where you guys maybe haven't been talking or communicating as much. Either there's been a little lull or maybe there's been a little bit of distance in some regard. But just know that this is about this person. I think they have some stuff coming up. It seems it's kind of giving a little bit overwhelmed just because of the pure potential that they're seeing with this connection. I think they're having maybe some self-doubt or uncertainty that they're going to be able to show up the way that they want to. But it does look like they've been thinking about reaching out maybe over social media with this Aquarius energy coming out. Or maybe this might also indicate that the two of you might be on the same page intuitively about the direction that this connection is heading in. There's some sort of like intuitive knowing between the two of you that you're sharing. And so there's, as much as maybe some insecurities are coming up on both sides, there's also this kind of sense of it's inevitable between the two of you. Like, of course, you guys are gonna come together, make it work, and experience this beautiful connection together. So yeah, this person might be in a little bit of a crossroads right now between kind of knowing that this connection is going to come together and then maybe just having their like kind of own stuff come up, maybe be a little bit triggered, maybe have some like kind of more of the ego thoughts and feelings coming up, and they're just working through it. And I would say that they would have guides helping them move through it so that they can maybe close this distance in some way, maybe reach out in some way, connect in some way. So that's definitely what I would expect. That's the general themes of what they're thinking and feeling. But let's get some more details about what exactly they've been thinking and feeling about. Okay, they came out really quickly. We have some more details about what this person has been thinking and feeling about, please. This person has been thinking about y'all a lot. There's a lot of air energy here, a lot of swords energy. So this person's been really thinking about this connection a lot. I would say this person is divine masculine with all of this king energy coming out in the magician. It seems like this person is kind of looking at this connection with you as an opportunity to kind of really step into his divine masculine, his, her, or their divine masculine power, sorry. With this King of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Magician, this is like provider energy, family man energy, definitely like more paternal energies, like maybe seeing themselves as this protector provider energy for you, and that's potentially something that they want to do with you, especially with the Six of Pentacles, which is another very generous giving energy. Like, yeah, this person definitely sees this connection as an opportunity to step up and kind of be that real stable, secure kind of energy. It seems like they really want to charm you. They really want to maybe romance you a little bit with this King of Wands energy. And you may find that this person, because they're so charming and charismatic, that they have a lot of options, but what they're trying to say is they only have eyes for you. Essentially, that's the only person they're looking at. That's the only person they really care about charming and coming across kind of romantic to. I think this person has been doing a lot of soul searching. The Two of Swords often refers to like a period of introspection and just like really thinking this through. And also this artwork displays someone blindfolded with little rocks peeking out of, this is supposed to be an ocean. And so this is really about this person definitely being triggered a little bit by this connection, feeling like parts of their ego, maybe some not enoughness, insecurity coming up, but they're like going into themselves with that and realizing where that's coming from, that it's coming from maybe a shadowy side of themselves, an unhealed side of themselves. And they're really trying not to make anyone responsible for those insecurities other than themselves. So they're really looking at themselves with this interior vision as things are coming up. I'm really trying to work through it because it does seem like this person might want to put a ring on it at some stage. They definitely see this as like lifelong potential with this Justice card. This is associated with Libra energy, which is which rules a house that has a lot to do with relationships being a perfect balance, and also like marriages, the law, long-term commitments and contracts and things like that. So I definitely say this person's like looking long-term with this connection. We also have the Six of Swords and the Magician energy. So the Six of Swords refers to a period of transformation, personal transformation, and it's traditionally drawn with a man, a woman, and a child sailing from one land to another in a boat, and it's supposed to represent like integrating the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and inner child, and experiencing this kind of spiritual awakening, this self-actualization, and this like kind of harmony and integration of the essential three parts of the self, to the point where you're just kind of on a new level. It's like definitely giving on a new level energy, especially clarified by the Magician. This might mean they're really stepping into their divine masculine power and really I would say they've matured a lot, and they're figuring out how to approach life in more of that constructive masculine energy for sure. It seems like this person is maybe closing a cycle of karma with kind of almost their old life and like entering into this new one. And they definitely see you as an important part of that journey in this new life, an important part of the process. I think I'm kind of getting new chapter with you kind of energy. They've definitely been thinking about that, maybe thinking about how to go about it, how to charm you, how to kind of convey their desire for you, which is this very King of Wands energy, with like real intention and also with real integrity with this King of Pentacles energy. They might also be manifesting some things to do with you, so there might be like meditating a lot, or just like maybe making vision boards, setting like super deliberate intentions about kind of how they want everything to play out. And so they're really working with the universe to kind of make this happen. And it seems like they're really trusting the timing of everything coming together as well. The King of Wands can move really quickly and kind of too impulsively, but I think with the King of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles and the Magician coming out first, like I think this energy is definitely going to kind of anchor them, make them a bit more grounded in their approach, especially because we had a Six of Pentacles energy clarifying this King of Wands, and so this is a Taurus energy. So yeah, this person's going to like slow and steady move towards you. And it seems like they're trying not to push themselves too much, because potentially some of this stuff in their unconscious that they're dealing with, it might be like attachment issues and just like struggles with intimacy or wounds from their past relationships or something. There's something there that they're just not interested in pushing themselves too far to the point where they might self-sabotage this connection. They're just looking to take it step by step, let things unfold very slowly in a way where they have time to process everything that's coming up for them and deal with it as maturely as possible. So yeah, I wouldn't expect this person to rush at all. Yeah, expect things to unfold very slowly, but very intentionally, very deliberately, and with a lot of kind of universal energies backing up this person for sure. But yeah, let's get some final oracles to say a little bit more. Is there anything that we need to know? Anything that's been missed? Anything that we need to know? Anything that's been missed? So guys, it's likely that before the two of you met, or now leading up to the time that the two of you will meet, if you're not sure if this person has entered your life yet, that the two of you have been going through a darkness. So this could be a darkness to do with a past connection. Maybe this connection might have history, and you're finding your way back to each other, or yeah, there's just been some sort of like difficult time that the two of you have been processing in your own time and space. But know that you are always divinely protected by your guides, and your guides were bringing you to this connection. You just needed to go through the darkness and process it and transmute and transform any of your own pain that would have essentially sabotaged this connection. So just know that you've been guided through the darkness for a reason. So try not to let this past hold you back in any way. Because yeah, this connection will be a lot. I'm sensing like there'll be a lot of passion, a lot of fire, lots of just, yeah, maybe intense desire for each other. So yeah, just be mindful of like both of your pasts. Know that you're divinely protected and your guides are going to help you through this connection, but it will be really intense. So just be like super mindful of like what's coming up as you guys are going through it. But know that this connection is supposed to bring you to your divine power, and it is a very powerful connection. Is there anything else you want to say about this connection, please? Anything else you want to say? Okay, so we've got look at the bigger picture and the answers you need are coming. Okay, so definitely don't rush. This has been a bit of a theme. There's just like a bigger picture plan for what's going on with the two of you. It'll come together kind of as it needs to. And if there's any kind of uncertainty, any kind of doubts or fears and stuff that are maybe coming up with you, just know that you'll have that opportunity to connect, to communicate, and like have things get sorted out essentially. But yeah, the big picture is like not to rush this. So just kind of allowing things to unfold kind of slow and steady is important. Do we have any final affirmations for pile 1 to help them through this time, please? Do we have any final affirmations for pile 1, please? So we have, I cleanse my entire being, I'm free from negative energy. So that seems to be what's important for the two of you right now, is like really just being very mindful of your past, cleansing, removing any negative influences or energies, anything bringing you down. Really just try and ignore it, or like clear it or detach from it, or whatever you've got to do, whatever feels intuitively right. So yeah, kind of like don't let any of the shit bring you down, guys. It's all happening, everything's happening for a reason, and just like trust the process, and like don't drag yourself down with your own negativity, but also remove anyone being negative outside of you too. But with that out of the way, I think that's all I have to say for you today, pile 1. If you made it all the way through the reading, thank you so much. I really appreciate your love and support. I would love if you could like, comment and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this from me. But until we see each other again, ciao. Hey there, part 2. If you chose this moonstone, then this reading is probably for you, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For this general tarot reading. No, we're not starting with that. We're starting with this. We're going to start with finding out who this reading is about. Who has been thinking and feeling a way about pile 2, please? Who has been thinking and feeling a way about pile 2, please? So this person might have dimples, might be goal orientated, might have a squarish shaped face, might be very seductive, might also be very adventurous, might be a little bit on the curvier side, might also be on the short side or shorter than you. Got another short. So there's generally smallish people by the looks of it. May have some perfectionist tendencies, maybe very thoughtful, might be a bit more introverted. Okay, so if they're not curvy, they have an athletic body, Might be fairly independent though. We've got athletic, so athletic and athletic bodies coming out double, so probably more likely to be athletic than curvy. Avenger, so this is someone who like kind of cares about batting for the little guy. May also be family orientated or be family orientated instead of goal orientated. And they may have a very sexual side. Love that for you. Okay, let's find out the themes that this person has been thinking about using our astrology deck. Could please have the general themes that pile 2's person has been thinking about for pile 2, please? We have the general themes about what pile 2's person has been thinking about with them. So this person's definitely been in their feels a lot with this water energy coming out. So this is sensual feelings, sexual feelings, deep kind of like romantic feelings as well. And it seems like this person's also been thinking about you a lot with all of this air energy coming out. I would say that they might even be thinking about you as a dream come true or a wish come true, because these areas of the chart, they're all connected. The 11th house is a lot to do with wish fulfillment and our dreams coming true. So these all coming out is definitely giving strong dream come true energy. We also have a bit of like Venus-y energy, so definitely some love, maybe some protective provider, maybe finding you really beautiful, and yeah, maybe also wanting to build a life with you with this fixed earthy energy. There may be, this person may be thinking about making a change in your connection. Potentially you might have been maybe on more of a platonic base, or you might know each other from the internet with this Aquarius and Uranus energy. But yeah, I think this person wants to shift the dynamic between the two of you, and that's mostly what they've been thinking about, is maybe how to shift that into something a bit more romantic, maybe also a bit more sexual. Can we get some specifics about what this person is thinking and feeling, please? Can you clarify this Two of Pentacles, please? So this person's really thinking a lot about taking this connection to a new romantic level. I would say that maybe the two of you are more platonic, or it's just like really early stages, but this person's really in their feelings and really wanting to kind of up the ante a little bit, take it further, express much more romantic energies. We have the Page of Cups, Lovers, Knight of Cups, Four of Wands. So all of these are very deeply romantic energies. The Knight of Cups, this is like knight in shining armor, like I'm gonna sweep you off your feet energy. Page of Cups is a newer kind of love, so I'd say this connection's in newer stages for the most part, especially clarified by this Ace of Pentacles. And yeah, this person's like maybe seeing a lot of synchronicities from the universe in regards to this connection, and so they're really feeling like something's here. They may even perceive you to be their perfect divine counterpart, twin flame, soulmate, something of that type. And they may potentially want to, or see this going down the marriage route with this Four of Wands energy coming out. I would say with these, just the way they've come out, with 2 upright and 2 reversed, that it seems like they're clear about where they are, but they might not be sure if you're on the same page as them. They might not be sure if you're seeing the potential for as long as a future that maybe they are. And I think they're also maybe worried that their instinct for the romantic gestures that they're wanting to make might not be well received. They might perceive you to be a little bit more cool and aloof with this Queen of Swords energy, maybe cool, calm and collected, and maybe they're just like not sure if you're going to vibe with kind of those bold romantic gestures by the looks of it. So that's really what they're thinking about. They're like thinking about how to kind of rein in what they want to something that's like romantic enough, but not too far to the point where it might be perceived as too much. I think they are kind of worried about being perceived as too much by the looks of things. We have the Two of Pentacles, so this is kind of talking about the highs and lows of life. So this person may be going up and down with what they want to do about moving this connection forward. They may be going kind of backwards and forwards a lot. This Knight of Wands energy, this is about persistence and resilience 9 times out of 10. So yeah, I think they keep coming back to maybe a bolder romantic gesture, but they're just like maybe a little bit unsure about how to execute it. And so yeah, I think they're really kind of just taking the time to put things together in a very intentional way. The Ace really refers to doing things from a very soulful place, like coming from kind of like the highest version of yourself, very intentional, with a lot of integrity, and also with a lot of security and stability. So it seems like this person wants to offer that to you. So yeah, I would expect them to make a move of some kind in the not too distant future. I don't know if they are going to wait for maybe a sign that you're kind of open to this sort of thing, or if they're just going to do it anyway based on these energies coming out. Kind of is giving I'm going to do it anyway very much. I think they are probably going to need a little bit more reflection either way. 9s are definitely associated with kind of refinement, reflection, and imagination. So they're probably just still kind of thinking, imagining, kind of sussing out a little bit. But yeah, I kind of also wouldn't expect this move to be made too far in the distance either. Maybe they just have a few more kind of things to tweak in terms of how they're going to approach this. We get some other clarifiers. Is there anything else pile 2 needs to know about this situation? What does pile 2 need to know about this situation, please? Okay, so we've got trust and faith. Hang on, there's a cat outside my door that's not my cat. Okay, so it's definitely a stray cat in my house. But when cats are attracted to you, it's usually when you're kind of really in the vibe. So take that as a vibe. But can we get anything else for pile 2 in regards to what they can expect with this connection, please? Okay, so it's really important that you really trust the process. We've got double trust and faith coming out. So yeah, making sure you're not doubting any of this. Something's definitely going to blossom. I think the 2 of you are just needing to be mindful of your own boundaries and just like kind of approach this in a way that feels good for both of you. Feels good to kind of give and also receive. and that you're respecting each other's kind of individual path and journey and not trying to rush each other too much, and just kind of allowing things to unfold as they're supposed to, essentially. Is there anything else that you want piles 2 to know, please? Yeah, focus on your own healing for a little bit while this person kind of gets it together to approach you. Like, you just stay in your own lane. Don't worry about them too much. Know that we've got triple faith now. Luck is on your side. We also have this time to take action. So if intuitively you feel like maybe there's something you could do to kind of like reassure this person in some way, that maybe that romance would be welcomed, maybe it might be a good time to kind of subtly suggest it or even make the first move if it feels right for you. So yeah, just kind of trust whatever your inner wisdom is there. If you need to kind of go out of your way to do something maybe a little bit more explicit, a little bit more bold, or if you just need to kind of like subtly make sure that person knows that the door's open, that would be a good idea right now. Do we have any final affirmations for pile 3 to take away? Okay, so we have, I allow myself to rest as I reap the benefits of my hard work. So for most of you, it's like definitely big pause energy, big time for healing, big stay in your own lane. Maybe convey openness, but maybe don't try and rush it or go too far out of your way. Because yeah, the you worrying about your healing, that's what's going to attract this connection in, I feel. And it'll happen at the right time when you feel ready, by the looks of things. But I think I'm going to leave that here. That feels like a good place to end the reading. If you've made it all the way through, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure reading for you. If you'd like to learn more about my online tarot course, that will be sliced in after this reading for you to check out. And yeah, I would love it if you can like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And until we see each other again, ciao. Hey there, pile 3, welcome to a reading. If you chose this beautiful blue light crystal, then this reading is probably for you, but as always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for this general reading. So the first thing we're going to do is find out who's been thinking and feeling a way about you using our little jar of magic. Could you please find out who has been thinking and feeling a way about pile 3, please? Who's been thinking and feeling a way about pile 3, please? So this person might be considered tall, or they're just taller than you. They have a squarish shaped face or a very distinctive jawline. So we've got tall as well, so yeah, most likely this person's on the tall side. So this person might enjoy telling stories of some kind or sharing kind of life experience in that way. They have a straight nose, maybe a bit of a dreamer, a bit idealistic, or yeah, have a good imagination. Maybe a student, this might be a formal student, but it might also just be like this person likes learning. They may really enjoy alone time, may be a little bit rebellious in nature, maybe a little bit reserved. You might not always know exactly what's going on with this person, or they may just take a while to warm up to you. Maybe a bit of a risk taker, may have a lot of courage and determination. Their eyebrows might be quite arched. They might be considered lanky, might have straight hair or crooked nose, potentially a thin nose. So taking what resonates and leaving what doesn't out of those, you're looking for about half of those to resonate to make sure you're in the right place. But let's go ahead and get some themes about what this person is maybe thinking and feeling about you. We have messages about what pile 3's person is thinking and feeling about them, please. So physically, you're probably this person's type, especially the aesthetics of your body, like however you're built. I'm getting that this person's really attracted to that kind of body. Scorpio tends to come with this kind of like sexual energy. So yeah, I would say that they've been fantasizing about the two of you hooking up, sleeping together, definitely. But kind of zooming out from that, this person sees a lot of big picture potential with this connection. We've got the 7th house of partners, which is like more long-term, formalized, committed partnerships. And then we've also got maternal and paternal energies, so the 4th, 10th house axes. So this can be someone thinking about maybe starting a family with you and doing that together. And this can also be kind of seeing potential for the two of you to like work together, or for you to support them or them to support you, and also like just seeing a lot of maybe spiritual potential in this connection. Maybe someone that they've always kind of dreamed about being with since they were a child. And yeah, I'd say this person's been thinking a lot about you, and maybe thinking about confessing some of these thoughts and feelings that they've been having as well, because the air element is very heavy thinking and communicating energy. So it does seem like this person wants to talk to you, communicate kind of these kind of thoughts and feelings that they might be having. So yeah, these sexual thoughts and feelings, and then also this like kind of vision for a potential life with the two of you. Yeah, that seems like to be what they're really thinking about a lot. Can you get more about what this person is thinking and feeling about pile 3, please? So this person sees themselves as entering in a new chapter in their life. They really feel like they've done a lot of healing. They've kind of put to bed some of their really toxic patterns and unhealthy ways of approaching relationship, and they really feel like they're in this era of being ready to reap the rewards of all the hard work that they've done and really embrace like connection, joy, play, pleasure, like all of the really beautiful parts of life, all the feely feels. I think they perceive their physical environment to not really be reflective yet of kind of where they feel they're at in terms of their personal and spiritual development. They feel like their kind of physical world is slowly coming together, but maybe it's a little bit slow for their liking. And while they definitely see you as this potential for this like long-term committed relationship, this family even, potentially building a whole life together, and the fact that they're like super attracted to you and can definitely see a future there, I think they're worried about what they have to offer in the physical, because yeah, it seems like some things have not come together quite as well. Maybe they're kind of like home hasn't kind of come together as well as they would like. Maybe they're not as abundant as what they would like. They haven't been able to maybe step into this protector provider energy as much as they would like. And they may still kind of be in therapy and tying up some loose ends that's kind of putting to bed some of these patterns. And so yeah, that's definitely, I think, an kind of maybe uncertainty about whether they're ready to kind of fully start this. They're kind of like, it seems like they're in two minds. Like on one hand they feel like they're really ready, but on the other hand they're just, I think, a little bit worried about really moving forward. And I think they're also a little bit worried about kind of trusting that the physical things will all come together. So like career, home, family, like all of their dreams coming true. They might also be a little bit uncertain about whether the two of you have similar kind of like family values, and if you'd want the same things in a family, because the Ten of Pentacles is definitely peak energy when it comes to that sort of thing, and the Queen of Cups is like, yeah, your own kind of, especially your emotional landscape. So they're just not sure if kind of the two of you are gonna line up in that way. And yeah, I think they want to talk about it with this Page of Swords. I think they're just a little bit nervous about bringing it up, because I think, you know, they do seem pretty dreamy, and I think they're a little bit worried about their illusions also being shattered in a way as well. So yeah, I think they're going to eventually bring it up to you. I think they just really need to get out of this two minds business first, and kind of be confident in all their work so that they can kind of make a move with that kind of confidence without that self-doubt. And yeah, maybe talk about it with you, and talk about making things more serious. I'm getting like this person's maybe thinking about bringing up a more serious commitment, and like, yeah, deepening the commitment and connection between the two of you to something maybe a little bit more formalized. This could be like engagement, moving in, like anything that makes the connection a bit more formal, maybe taking you on a date if it's like super early stages. So yeah, kind of trust that this person is kind of just figuring it out, making sure that kind of their old self has had this death, and that they're really kind of re-emerging from the ashes. But yeah, they'll take a bit of time most likely. Yeah, this person's been going through a big change, and yeah, I think they're just like not sure if everything's kind of fully settled yet. But yeah, I think your guides want you to know that they are at this new beginning actually. Whoop. And I think this kind of desire, this Scorpio first house energy that they have for you is so strong. Like they're probably not going to be able to stay away from you for a long time, no matter how in two minds they are. Eventually push is going to come to shove, and they might come in like super suddenly, maybe in an unexpected way, maybe making a bit of a grand gesture of some kind. So yeah, your guides want you to be prepared for that. So we have you and your loved ones are safe. Yeah, so kind of like trust that everything's happening for a reason. I just dropped a card. But yeah, emotions are running high. Just believe, trust in the process. And yeah, I think it's not going to serve you to worry too much about this connection. Yeah, I think don't take this person being in 2 months personally is kind of the message that they want you to know. Just like kind of trust that everything's going to work out, and don't get too stuck into your emotions. Don't get too absorbed by what you're maybe feeling or reacting to, because yeah, just give it a bit of time, let things settle, because yeah, it seems like things are going to work out. You just don't know kind of when that will be. But yeah, eventually something will shift. So your affirmation is, my motivation is fueled by the thrill that my goals will bring. I'm ready to create my dreams. So yeah, maybe focusing on visualization, maybe focusing on, getting really clear on what it is that you want, because that's something that this person's a little bit insecure about if you guys are on the same page. So like maybe taking this time to really get clear on what your page is. And even like maybe putting together a little vision board or something like that might be helpful. But I think I'm going to leave that here. It's been a pleasure reading for you guys. Thanks for making it all the way through. I really appreciate it. I would also love if you could like, comment, and subscribe to support me on this channel. And if you'd like to learn more about my online tarot course launching at the end of the year, you can stick around for a little video about that. But until we see each other again, ciao.